I'm telling you about the airline pilot.
Yeah.
Based on what he learned in this seminar, he and his wife added a million death benefit, a high price full of stuff for banking purposes. And then they griped for the next couple of years to the agents that sold this, but they wish they hadn't done it. Well, last month he died. Well, they already had 650,000, and so the Sims delivered $1,650,000, and I don't think his widow will complain anymore to you.
No.
No, they stop. Interesting, just a little sidelight. I didn't charge for that. All right, now we don't have a couple here, so Stephen, you're from the U.S., and so I can pick on you. Now you said you're celebrating your 40th coming up.
40th, yeah.
That lady back there now celebrate our 64th next
Oh,
month.
yeah. Congratulations.
Anyway, what's her name?
Your wife.
What's your wife?
My,
Your wife.
your wife's name is Mary.
Yeah.
My wife's name is Sandy.
Sandy, okay. All right, so I'm gonna put Sandy and Stephen in the grocery business. I want to put you in a business in which you are a consumer as well as a seller of a product. This is gonna be the miniature grocer, okay? The market's unlimited because everybody uses groceries. There are no exceptions. Someone's got to perform the function of distribution, so y'all decide to get in that business. Now, do any of y'all have any background or understanding of what the grocery business is like? Good. Now, every business has certain things in common. So we're going to use this as a learning tool about how to create a business in which you are a consumer as well as a seller of a product. First thing you got to do is study the business, Stephen, for 2 years. Tell me her name again, don't you?
Sandy.
Sandy.
Oh,
All right, I got it now. Sandy. Okay.
Nate, don't forget.
Now, you got to study the business for 2 years, then you got to get a superior location. What are the 3 qualities of real estate class?
Location.
Y'all just as smart as all the other folks I've ever met. What do you pay for that, low, medium, or high?
High.
No, very high. Top of the scale. Now, you got to put a attractive building on that, Steve. Y'all got to stock it with high quality merchandise. You and Sandy can't run that thing by yourself. You got to have hired help. Now, tell me, does that superior location magically appear, class?
No.
It doesn't, does it? If you don't have the right location, you're in deep trouble. So that's serious business. Is that attractive building going to magically appear?
Nope.
Well, go ahead and tell me, from the time they decided to go study the business and get into it, to the time they opened the door, how many years have passed, please? I need 3 people to answer. Get with it.
5, 7.
I'd say at least 5 and 7, probably more like it. Anything you crank up has got a startup cost. Now, agents, please tell me, how many people do you run in that are ticked off because they can't get to everything they put in the policy immediately?
Yeah.
I was in Boulder, Colorado a few years ago, and there's about a 28-year-old there. He was all pushed out of shape. He says, if I do what you do and I put $10,000 in life insurance, I can't get to it immediately. If I put it in a savings account, I could get it the next day. Well, God provides. There was a orthopedic surgeon in the room. A doctor, can you help this young man adjust his perspective about business? How many years, doctor, did you go to college? 4. How many years did you go to medical school? 4. How many years did you do internship and residency? 8. can you tell this young man how much money you made during those 16 years? He says, I accumulated debt of $450,000. It's amazing what people will think and how they behave. They'll swallow gnats and swallow camels. Well, that's scripture. Unbelievable. They get their perspective all mixed up. It does take a cleanse out cost, but in life insurance, it's minimal compared with everything else that you do out there. But that thought process has totally consumed the general public's mind. Now, Sandy and Steve have got to turn that inventory 15 times a year to break even. 17 times they got a profit, 20 times, and they can retire early, maybe 8-10 years. They made a ton of money. They got a dazzling financial statement. Now, what's a chain of groceries in your neck of the woods? And
Safeway.
Safeway, yeah. Safeway sees how good you and Sandy are doing. They say, God, let's buy those guys out. They've got a profitable business. They're going to give you a ton of money. Now, they're going to put money electronically in y'all's checking account. You take it to one of these other agents, they'll sell you an annuity. They'll put money electronically in y'all's checking account while you and Sandy down in Acapulco living it up the rest of your life. Now, y'all might not like Acapulco. I like mountains. But you know, if you got a lot of money, it doesn't matter. You can just live any way you want to. Think Sandy can handle that?
I think you can have that.
I think so too. Now, here's the Minute's Grocery. Nice looking place, isn't it? Curtis says the front door cash register, there's the gondolas with merchandise on the shelves. They bought a can of peas back here at the wholesaler. Hired help takes that big can of peas, puts it on the shelf. Somebody comes by, picks it up, takes it past the cash register, pays 60 cents for it. Now, y'all all read my book and know these numbers, right? But when I ask people that are not in life insurance business who have not read my book, I get 3 people to tell me wholesale price, retail price is 60 cents. What's the wholesale price? Do you know what the average number of people give me? 30?
Yeah.
Down in Oakland the other day, one guy said 5 cents.
Really?
That's how little they know about business in this world. And so I told those 3 that answered, they were all wrong big time. The highest one was 30, was 10, I believe. I said, if you had a safety belt in that chair, I'd suggest you buckle it, because the truth will knock you out of your chair. That the real answer is 58 cents. But I used 57 to make the calculations easier, Jesse. Later on, right, Charlie? Yeah, I'm a simple guy. Now, Jesse, they bought a can of peas, sold it 57, sold it for 60. They made 3 cents. Now, Jesse, out of that 60, they took 57 and bought another can, and they sold it for 60. Out of that 60, they took 57 and bought another can. Do you understand, love? It's not how much you make on each item, it's how many times you do it. It's called rate of turn. Okay? Now, if they do it 20 times, haven't they made 60 cents? Profit. 3 cents each, got that? 23, 20, got that? Real complicated, right? Okay. Now, what if the miniatures could raise the price to 62? They've increased their profit margin 20%, 40%, haven't they? Mm-hmm. Well, when the guy on the street sees that in the USA, he says, here comes the IRS. What's it up here, CT, what?
CRA.
CRA, yeah. Here comes the CRA. Wrong. No taxation at all on this sort of thing in this example. None. Pure profit, Curtis. That means they can mine more bees, can't they? Mm-hmm. That's more capital. And there's an unlimited demand for bees. Got that? All right. Now, can you tell me where Sandy is going to shop? Do you know Sandy? Do you know Sandy?
No.
All right, but can you tell me where she go shop for groceries?
This store.
She's going to mini store, isn't she? Everybody knows that, right? Well, she loads up her cart with groceries. Can you tell me which door Sandy wants to go out? Front door or back door?
Back.
Y'all know Sandy, don't you? But you don't know her, right? But you know that's a fact, don't you? That's the good instinct of everybody who starts up a business, I don't care who it is. Do y'all realize that she steals one can of peas, they gotta sell 20 to make up for it? Mark, can Sandy go out the back door of the garden full of groceries without the hired help saying to do it?
Don't think so.
And what are they going to do, Mark?
They're probably gonna help her and keep a can for themselves too.
They're gonna take a whole dang car.
Or a case.
The rationale is that we work here, we know how to steal things out of here better than she does. We're here all the time. Did y'all have any idea what percentage of theft in retail is by employees? 85%. Yeah. Now, who pays for all that, actually?
We do. Consumer.
Consumers. All the regular folks pay for it. It's in the price of doing business. Every businessman knows that. Theft is a devastating thing. Tell her that, Stephen, when you go home, okay? Don't steal. Okay, years ago, there was a chiropractor in eastern Pennsylvania, put all this together on his own before my book ever came out. It took him 2 years of conversations over the telephone with life insurance companies and just reasoning things out. Now, it was rudimentary, Curtis, but it was, he had all the essentials there. When my book came out, he was elated, and so we had him on the program at a think tank session sometime shortly thereafter. Well, I go to Lancaster, Pennsylvania a good bit. That's the Pennsylvania Dutch area, and that's very close to where Dr. Lasko lived. And so here comes Dr. Lasko with 8-year-old daughter Natalie. Dr. Lasko introduces Natalie to me, and that 8-year-old kid looked me square in the eye and says, "You can't steal the peas." She got on a whole lot quicker than all the adults that I run into out there. That kid sat there all day long over the nickel pad writing, making notes. Yeah. Wow. A few days later, I got a letter from her with essay she had written about how this seminar she went to learn how to be your own banker, and she had all the essentials down just perfect. Signed off, love, Natalie. P.S. Can't steal the peas. Now, family members and friends are captive customers. There's folks out there that you and Sandy hung the moon, which may be true. Now, if you charge them wholesale prices, you defeated the purpose of business. If you charge them retail, you're going the right way. David, these are captive customers, including you and Sandy. Why don't we charge them 62 cents?
Even more.
Yeah. There's no taxation on that.
Yeah.
That's more capital. Have you ever heard of a business failing because it was undercapitalized?
Oh, yeah.
That's their favorite excuse. Well, any fool should know that the more capital you put into a business, the stronger it is. Good reason. But people think that paying premiums is a negative. That I can't do that. They can put too much money in life insurance. You ever heard anybody say you got too much money in the bank? Absurd. Yeah. Do you realize that if you think this thing through, ultimately, Wayne, premiums and income should match? Wayne, you get paid for what you do? it comes to you in the form of electronics or check, right? Well, tell me, where does it go first, Wayne?
My wife.
Oh, come on, back. Where did it go first? Whose bank, Wayne?
Somebody else.
Somebody else's bank gets all Wayne's money. All of Wayne's money. Now, he and his wife write checks out the other side of the bank, of the check they got, right? Now, Wayne, if you owned a banking system totally, wouldn't you do business with you totally? Well, what would be wrong with all your income going to your bank in the form of premium?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Now, do y'all know I'm a very patient fellow? I'm a very patient fellow. Now, usually when Mary's close by, she's hard of hearing. If she hears me say that I'm patient, she giggles.
First thing I did was look back there to see if she was listening in. I knew you were going to say that.
She's not that hard of hearing.
But Will, I'm a very patient fellow. Would you believe I spent 3 years trying to teach this concept to a lawyer in Birmingham?
Sure.
Yeah. He said, you're talking smoke mirrors and so forth. All right. You know, after a while, a fella gets so humiliated and so forth with being a guy like that, you quit talking to him about banking through life insurance. But Will, I did finance his airplane. I lent him money on an airplane for 4 years. 5 years, I'm sorry. That chain of payments I take, Bob, and I go buy the same thing I was going to sell him. I made the same commission, didn't I? But when I do it that way, I don't have to put up with his nonsense. And there's nothing like getting rid of a lawyer in your life.
I have 2 lawyers in my office, I get it.
Oh, we got a son-in-law's a lawyer. All right. Now, 80-year-old woman is arrested for shoplifting and went before the judge. What did you steal? She stole a can of peaches. Why'd you do that? She was hungry. How many peaches in the can? She said 6. She said, I'm going to give you 6 days in jail. Before the judge could actually pronounce judgment, the husband spoke up. Can I say something? Yeah, what is it? She also stole a can of peaches. Put her away for a while, Wayne. And Justin said, Mr. Lowe said, it's quitting time for a break.
Let's take a break.
Take-